And which eeny, meeny, miny. All right.
Fun.
We go from potent to smooth. I like it.
Country, a little bit rock and roll.
We should
There we go. That's
explain
perfect.
why we're a little bit country, a little bit rock and roll there.
Yeah. So welcome to WineThyme. It is now September. Oh my gosh, summer is over, you guys.
Oh, stop it.
Does not feel like it.
No,
It doesn't feel like it, but as much, I usually never want to leave summer. But
No.
I'm kind of okay with it because I feel like, I'm ready for fall, ready for some maybe pumpkin patches, brunching, the whole 9 yards.
Yes.
Love it. So I'm here
ready
for it.
that. So we had an original plan, but we're still stuck in the COVID world, and we're stuck in time frames and people's ideas of what we can and cannot do. Right.
So we adapt and overcome.
We adapt and overcome, and then we said, what should we do? And Gwen said, I have an idea. I'm just going to make something, and you guys bring what you think is going to pair with it.
Yes.
And the only thing she told us was that there was going to be flavors of lemon.
I told you more than that.
She told us some seafood.
I said briny
Lemon.
seafood.
I was just going to say lemon and let them think how genius that Brooke and I are. Because
Oh, this is true.
I added
only
myself.
told them lemon. Yes.
No, she did. She gave us like a little paragraph and stuff of what it would be, but not the dish itself. So I'm pleasantly surprised.
Yeah,
I
and
love.
no ingredients at all. And
Yeah.
first things first, I love pasta.
Right? So this is
So
from
excited.
my second cookbook, One Pot Supreme,
Okay.
from the summer, the end of summer. This is linguine with clam sauce.
Perfect.
And
So walk us through a little bit because they're going to be looking at it while you're talking.
yeah,
So walk
so made this in one big saute pan. We cooked off the linguine, drained it, and then a little bit of olive oil in the pan, some chili pepper flakes, some fresh garlic. I threw in some dried thyme, oregano, and then flashed it with a little bit of gorgeous Pinot Grigio that Nikki sells. And then I saved a little bit of that pasta water to enhance the sauce. A little bit of my secret ingredient, fish sauce. Actually, the recipe calls for anchovies, but I totally forgot to bring them today. So you still want that fishy, like umami flavor, a little dash of fish sauce goes a long way. And then threw in the clams, covered it until they steamed open, and then I threw in a few other clams that I had, because the more clams, the better.
I have never had a clam.
What?
Today's the day, folks.
What are you saying, woman? Oh my gosh.
Today's the
I
day.
love it.
Good thing
I
I'm not
love
picky.
clams. Love clams.
Finished it with just a squirt of fresh lemon juice and some parsley, cracked pepper. Call it done.
And it's beautiful. And
It's
you'll be able
so
to
quick
see
and easy.
I know, it really
Yeah.
is. It's
No.
very pretty.
So let's try it.
And it smells exactly the way I want it to be. And I know you put garlic in here because that just is the key to my heart.
Right?
People who don't put garlic on things, I just don't trust
So
you.
good. Oh my gosh.
Let me try to eat this appropriately.
I know. Sorry, I probably didn't. I should have done something
If
other
not,
than pasta that'll smack you in the face. Right?
enjoy this, Missy.
Yeah, whatever.
Ooh,
Yes. Now keep in mind when you guys are cooking seafood, shellfish in particular, you never want to cook any clams that won't close. If it's sort of open, just give it a tap tap, and then they will slowly close. If it doesn't close, it's dead. Throw it away. You'll get really sick if you try to cook it and eat it.
All right. So where do you buy? Do you just buy clams at the store? This is serious. This is a whole new realm for me.
You gotta find a good seafood market
Okay.
to buy them, because just so that you know you're getting good quality, fresh.
So you're saying you get like, I assume it comes in like a little bag.
Well, you buy them by the dozen.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then, so you're saying if one is already open, toss that boy.
No, open's fine because they need to breathe.
Okay.
So it'll be. They'll breathe. But if you touch them, they should close.
Okay,
They won't
got it.
snap shut, but they'll like slowly close. If you keep snapping, pressing them and they don't
Obviously.
close, when they stay open, it's a problem.
Junk it.
Ultimately, obviously, you want them to be open when you steam them. So if we had one
Give
that
it a
did
go.
not open, toss that guy too. For some reason, he just is being ornery and doesn't want to play.
I'm gonna be free.
Yeah. So I also like to throw in like another can of clams with it, because even with
The
the
shell.
clam
Never
with
have
shell,
enough.
I mean, it's pretty, but you rarely have enough. So I like to, beef it up with extra clams. What do you guys think? I love you get a little bit of
I'm
heat,
going-
the chili pepper flakes, get a little bit of
I
the
love
acid,
spice.
the lemon.
I'm the type of girl that loves spice, that brings flavor, but doesn't take away. Like, I don't want to be on the wing challenge. I don't want to burn my mouth to where I'm crying in the face. I want to enjoy the flavors.
Exactly.
But I love, it's crazy what just a little bit of pepper flakes can do too. I mean, I'm constantly throwing it in recipes just to add a little zest.
Yep. And we were talking at the beginning, and Brooke says, is there any dairy, is there any cheese, any cream in it? And no, there are not. So if you have issues with, lactose intolerance or just dairy in general,
that's really good.
None of that in here.
Would you add like a little Parmesan?
You certainly absolutely could. It'd be a nice little garnish.
Yes.
And if gluten is an issue, just substitute gluten-free pasta for this. But it's super quick.
I was about to say, this doesn't look hard at all.
I
think the clam tip is the best tip you could have given.
This is so good. Like, we're gonna just be quiet for a few minutes because this is so good I can't stop eating.
I forgot to say that I finished the sauce right before I put the pasta back in. You put the cooked pasta back into the sauce.
Yeah.
Right before I did that, I added about 2 tablespoons of butter. Just sort of swirl that in. So that gives you that kind of a little bit, shoot, I'm sorry, you did ask me dairy and then I just finished telling you that.
No, I love butter.
It was like just about 2 tablespoons for all 4 of us there's one more of us. No, I can count. There's 3 of us and then there's Riley or Tech.
We always feed the
Gotta
tech.
be the tech crew.
Always.
And make you look good.
But that just gives it a little bit of like
as the dog enters,
creamy mouthfeel to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I am a big fan of butter. So let me ask you this: how do you feel about plant-based butter?
Ooh.
I have used it. I found something out. I have, on the topic of allergies, I guess, I have used plant-based butter for baking, and it's awful.
Yeah.
Absolutely awful. Makes everything flat. But for cooking, I don't see a difference.
Really?
I don't see a difference for me. But I am a excessive season everything person, so that's probably why I don't notice. But I'm like, ooh, more garlic, more this, more that. Like, I'm never gonna under season something.
Yeah.
I'm all about flavor. I want flavor to hit you in the
over
face.
seasoning before I'll be accused of under seasoning.
Same. Don't be an under seaser. Nobody will ever come back to your house. Advice.
So, the task for these 2 was, given the brief list of flavors and ingredients I said that there would be in this dish tonight, what would you bring to pair with it? So Nikki was to bring a wine, and Brooke was to make a cocktail. So what do we have, ladies?
Well, I'm not trying my cocktail, but it's so pretty. I want to show everybody, and then we need to talk about the cocktail.
Ooh.
It's so pretty. So there's little honey drips. I don't know if you can see them.
Cocktail choices and wine. So what I decided to do was, Nikki brought me something fun to try, which is a lemon whiskey. And at first I was like, okay, instantly thought of sidecar, because lemon, whiskey, cognac, all that, instant sidecar. But given that it's seafood, want something lighter, a little bit more refreshing, Nikki also brought out the Prosecco, baby. As you're enjoying your food, I'm gonna call you out on everything. So what I thought was, how are we gonna pair this with seafood? So I took honey, as you can see in the very bottom of the glass, that nice gold color. I put honey in there. I squeezed a little bit of lemon, fresh lemon. I put probably about an ounce of lemon whiskey, which is actually pretty, it stings a little straight, but it's actually pretty good.
Pretty good.
I'm kind of impressed. And then I topped it with Prosecco because, as I've said in prior videos, what goes better with booze than more booze?
Sparkly booze.
That's right. And
Never top a cocktail. This is my opinion, but never top a cocktail with any type of soda when you can do Prosecco.
Right?
Oh, hell yeah.
Words to live by.
That spit knowledge. We're gonna take on more calories. We're at least gonna have more content, right? And by that I mean
you can
alcohol.
forget about the calories if you have a few of these. I'm just saying.
I completely agree. So what we did is I placed that in there, and then all I did was one swift spin. You really want to be careful when you're stirring champagne because it has a tendency to rise and go overboard. If you have honey at home and it's been sitting for a while, you might want to heat it up.
Yep. Pop it in the microwave.
Otherwise, yes, just little 10-15 seconds. Throw it in there. That way it doesn't clump up.
Yep.
Honey tends to do that. And as you can see, a little bit will lay on the bottom, but that's not bad. There's nothing wrong with that.
You still get the honey. It's like just a hint of honey,
Yeah.
which is nice.
And then just for, for fun, I went and dashed the rim a little bit and it dripped down, which honestly, when I first tried it without that, it was a little bit more strong, and now tasting the honey off the rim was good. So it was an accident well made,
Serendipity.
Still say a nice garnish would be a honeycomb. Oysters, my God.
I know. I'm working on that. Give me a year. We'll just
I'm
tour
so
them.
sorry.
We'll tour them on the beer farm of I just said beer. I wish it was the bee farm of Belvedere. There we go. Beer and bee.
We really
whatever.
haven't even been drinking that much.
Really have.
But the bee farm of Belvedere. But now I'm thinking a beer and bee farm would be way cooler.
E farm.
That's right.
Getting into way too many logistics at that point. So what wine do you have?
Yeah.
Because we said rock and roll for this one. Obviously, with the lemon whiskey, you're going to have more citrus, a little bit more potent, a little bit more aggressive. Our tech dog, this is what we're going to call Shelly, is now running away with some sort of paper.
It's trash.
Hold, please.
Just let her have it.
She's okay with it.
We'll clean it up later.
Riley, just let her have it.
All right. It's a game now.
Yes.
We'll edit that out.
So that being said, with how potent this is, it's delicious. We got a little bit of honey. We still have that citrus. It's gonna have a smidge of a sting. You gotta have a kick because you are adding whiskey to Prosecco, okay? But I found that Nikki's wine is very smooth, soft, and honestly perfect with this dish.
I mean, yes, it is.
So tell me, girl, how you beat me, but hey, I'm the one that's gonna get you the buzz.
I can't say that I beat you because the lemon, the fact that it's so strong on the cocktail, it is. It's really not bad.
Yeah.
It's a perfect way because the lemon really ties in with all the different flavors of food, which you can tell is so horrible.
I know, wait, can we talk about how she stacks her clams? Like,
I needed them out of
so
my
polite.
way. They needed out of my way to eat the noodles.
I love it.
I have madness, a reason to my madness or something like that. All right, we are drinking a Sancerre. This is from the Chateau Thomas.
Ooh, Chateau.
Yes, this is French. So a Sancerre is essentially a Sauv Blanc. That's the grape that's used as Sauvignon Blanc.
Okay.
A little known tip, the two grapes that were used to make the Cabernet Sauvignon is the Sauvignon Blanc and the Cab Franc. And then you get Cabernet Sauvignon. Just kind of a little fun little tip. Love it. That's what we do here. Give you little fun tips.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
This
you're welcome.
This winery has been around since 1670.
Oh, so it's a newbie, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's a little
They're
bit
still
new.
getting in their groove.
Right, for French wine.
That's the best they can do.
I mean, whatever.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I think that's one of the coolest things about this wine.
I, love my family, but why couldn't I have been born into that? How
You
cool.
want to be born in 1670? Come on.
No, I mean, I want to be passed down. I want to be passed down the vineyard.
by now.
Really old.
I want to be passed down the vineyard of 1670. Thank you very much.
I agree with you. I think that'd be the coolest
Inheritance,
thing
baby.
is to walk around in my French, winery that my family owns.
Right?
Exactly. So Sancerre, this one in particular is made instead of a steel tank, they put them in clay tanks, or you see like cement or clay.
Oh,
But there's
awesome.
a lot of rocky soil in the Loire Valley, which is where this is from, or where most Sancerre. Giving it that, what you want is you want those grapes to, the vines to go down. Sorry. I've had too much to drink. It's been like one glass. I don't know what's wrong with me. Maybe we haven't been drinking enough. Because I can't even think.
Or something.
You want the roots of the vine to really get down there and struggle a little bit for the water because it makes it really strong.
Oh,
You want them to be
I
strong.
want it.
There's lots and lots of rocky soil there, and that's what gives it a little bit more of that mineral taste. Like sometimes you can almost have that minerality in a good way. It's not like you're eating rocks. I've
Hey, there's mineral water is great.
Nobody
So
has
good.
that.
It just gives it that nice, clear,
It smells sweet. Like the
yes,
nose, too.
but it gives you, again, Sauvignon Blanc from France is very similar to a Napa Valley because the climate
It's
is
almost
very
too easy.
similar. So it gives you that lemon, lime, a little bit of that citrus, but you also get what they call stone fruit sometimes.
Yep.
Like maybe a hint of apricot or a hint of peach or something. This one I don't really get that from, but a Sancerre sometimes you might.
Yeah, and it's gonna make it a gorgeous pairing with seafood, with the clams in this dish, with that lemon. It really speaks to both of those.
Yeah, and this one is smooth in the back end. There's not a lot of tartness because some Sauvignon Blancs can be really, really tart.
Yes.
This one's really smooth.
Yeah.
So you
Too
are
smooth.
getting it with that butter.
Way too smooth.
And
But yeah, mostly, you know, we're discussing seafood and pairings, and I feel like, you know, with red meat and meats like heavier meats, you're gonna want red, but with seafood and lighter items, you're gonna want white.
We've actually had different classes and tastings where we do the opposite. Like you do, you know, they always say, oh, with fish you're going to do white. Not necessarily, because are you having a tomato?
Right.
I mean, you chime in there.
exactly. It's really not about as much about the protein as it is about the entire way that
The
it's
whole
prepared.
course. Okay.
Yeah. So, you know, chicken is a great example of that too. You know,
Well,
the
chicken
old
can be
rules
so
were-
diversified.
Right, because the old rules were, you know, chicken, fish, only with white wine.
Right.
But, you know, chicken with a white cream sauce, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Spicy barbecue chicken, oh heck no. It would absolutely be lost.
And
I
one
feel
of
like
my,
even chicken parmesan though, like I would want red wine.
yeah, I would say one of
Like
my
thick
favorite
Italian food
dishes.
usually.
I do a red wine reduction with rosemary. Do like a mushroom wine reduction to pour over the chicken because it's
Yum.
It's feeling very Pinot Noir to me.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But again, it's, you know, it's red, and it just depends on what flavors go with it.
Right.
And your brain will tell you those flavors, but people doubt themselves.
Yes.
I mean, I always did.
Yeah, just think about it. Would I want to drink that with that dip, you know, what I'm eating? You're like, ugh, if you hesitate, then
Yeah.
no, it's not the right pairing.
Honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, I think today I was like struggling with okay, so you have lemon, but you don't want to overpower the cocktail with too much lemon because then it's like you're kind of battling that like too much citrus and acidity. So it's like, you know, it does complicate. You know, pairing can be complicated. I mean, I'm very fortunate here at No Time to Cook when I bring in my cocktails that you have a lovely set of staff that pairs everything for me.
And I'm going to add on to this really fast. I'm going to, you know, promote Gwen for a few seconds. But when we do dinners for some of our higher end, expensive, you know, finer wines, I always get asked, well, I really need to know about the menu. And I'm like, don't worry about the menu. They look at me like they're like, no, listen.
No, seriously. Yeah.
We're really trying to make these wines shine. Don't just have any old thing come out. I'm like, no, listen, you don't have to worry about the menu. When they leave, every single one of them is like, man, I did not have to worry about a thing. It was awesome. Because she has one of the best palates, I think, around.
It's fun, honestly. I really enjoy it because it's not even just what's the food and what's the wine, but what time of year is it? What's the setting? What's the event? You know, so because you want, you know, we're doing some pretty upscale wines with some of these dinners. We can't serve hamburgers and hot dogs, you know.
Right.
You know,
You
is it going to be, you know, this gorgeous,
That would be
elegant outdoor
hilarious,
event, right?
Let's go ahead and get like a nice Penfolds Grange, which is around like $1,000.
Yeah.
And let's go ahead and do like hot dogs and watch
All right,
everybody's
everyone,
faces.
beachfront hot dogs.
and white and yellow mustard.
Yeah,
Nothing else, not even
Just
topping.
kidding. Now here comes the real food.
Okay,
Just kidding.
just laugh, just a giggle for us.
But it is, I love that sort of challenge. It's really fun. It's most important that the food works well with the wine, but it's really important that it's the entire sensory experience.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think that's amazing. I mean, I understand that on a different level because when I'm making cocktails, I choose it by season.
Well, exactly. You're not making some, you know, spritz in the, you know, February kind of thing typically,
No,
right?
people want to be warmed
We
up.
want bourbon, maybe.
We want bourbon,
Right.
which is why all fall we're hitting the bourbon hard, a lot harder than we have in years past.
You and I both were talking about today, when we're filming, it's really hot out right now. It's super hot. And we were saying how much we would like watermelon, and especially watermelon margaritas with little jalapeno.
Yes.
But I am not going to want that jalapeno watermelon margarita in December.
Hell no.
No.
You know,
Because
and
it's
that's
just cold. And maybe if you're in Florida in 80-degree weather, okay, I get it. But here in Maryland, it's going to be cold, frigid, and we're probably all going to be hermits inside our house drinking.
Right.
So,
And you have a tendency in the winter
probably
to
100%.
eat foods that make you warm, not just soups, but you know, that hearty meal. You know, those
Exactly.
beef stews.
Yes. Oh, I love beef
And you
stew.
can have a beef stew with a nice spread, because
Uh-huh.
honestly, that's gonna make you feel warm. And your brain is already saying, like, that bread's gonna make me feel warm.
Right.
All wine makes me feel warm, just so y'all know.
Same.
Like
Ladies of a certain age.
in here, it just kind of like, I don't know if I do it right. Is that
Oh,
right?
well,
Is
the
that-
heart, oh, that kind of warm.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
warms my heart. But you do, you wanna have that little bit of warmth, you wanna have,
Yes.
you know, and that's how the meals pair. And in the summer, you're so
Yeah.
hot, you're like, give me the ice cold Sancerre.
Everything.
You know,
you
or
want
the-
it, and you
yeah.
want it fast. You know, I don't want to stand
Oh
over the
my
stove and
gosh.
a grill for long.
No.
But I will turn the oven on in February, you know, and let it slow and slow cook.
Right, right.
I completely agree. My gosh, I don't even. Do you guys eat soup in the summer? That's a
I
great
really,
question.
really don't.
Occasional, right?
Cream of crab.
Maybe?
Cream of crab, as long as the air conditioning is cranked.
Okay.
You know what
Yeah, I
mean?
can't
What about
at
you?
all. I
It's
can't
just,
at all.
it's not even.
So that's
my
so
radar.
funny because some people are like, we'll eat soup all year round, but that's, you know, sometimes I'm lazy and I do a food delivery service, but anyways, they always have soup every week and I'm like, hell no.
Right?
No,
And
But this fall I'm looking forward to it because they have
my
great
daughter-
options.
My daughter loves soup, of every kind. She's
Yeah.
just a soup fanatic. That girl will have soup, it doesn't matter what time of day, it doesn't matter really what the soup there's very few soups she's not gonna eat.
Yeah.
Because she loves them. It's just never gonna get overheated because that's her thing.
God bless her because I want this, like right here today was hot. We've got 2 cold drinks. We've got a great light meal. Like, yes, it's pasta, but it doesn't feel like heavy
Right, 'cause
pasta.
it's not creamy, it's not, you know,
Right,
that,
and
yeah,
it's
heavy red
delicious and
sauce.
light.
Yeah, exactly.
So that being said, you do you with what you want to eat, but only your daughter's the one that's a little weird. I'm just kidding. I tease.
I love you, baby.
But yes, and I love you too.
So you guys crushed it. You did a great job.
You
Perry.
did an incredible job.
I
You
knew what the
treated
menu
us.
was. That was it.
You treated us. Are you kidding me?
But we did this once before, and we challenged Gwen with, like, we were gonna
Well,
make.
you brought the food that time.
Yeah, we brought the food and just
Uh-huh.
made her cook it.
Yeah.
And that was fun. That was a good time. We'll have to do that again
Yes,
sometime soon.
absolutely.
Maybe in the holidays we might, or like after the holidays, we'll
Yes.
have to, you know, in that January dead zone.
Yes.
Or something like
next
that.
month? We're planning a little road trip.
So
if all goes well.
If all goes well, Jinx, we're gonna go to Virginia, hopefully. If not,
It really has to be this time of year because this is harvest season for the vines right now. And we
Yes.
really want you guys to see and talk to a winemaker about what they look for and how they harvest and the different things that they're looking for this time of year
Correct.
before they pick them. After, in like a few weeks, we won't be able to film there, and otherwise it'll be the stick season because that's
Right.
all that's left.
so if we can nail it, we will go on a road trip. If not, there will be something in store regardless.
Yeah, we do have a backup plan that's is really fun.
Ooh, yeah.
And
Yes, and if not, we will pursue it eventually.
yeah, so that backup plan is still going to happen. It's just going to be either vines next month, or it's going to be the backup plan, which we're really excited about.
Yes.
So-
And all I have to say is I am super thrilled for my said cocktail if backup plan goes into place.
I'm super
I'm excited. I
thrilled.
can't wait to drink
So-
said
Oh, we're doing it.
batch.
Well,
Just
even if
saying,
it
you
doesn't
know.
work out next month, it's happening.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
100%
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, we're excited.
That one's
Yeah.
going to be one you'll definitely want to share with your
Oh, yeah.
friends and family and be a wow factor at your next event.
Yes. So definitely you want to share.
I'm going to like.
And subscribe.
Yes, nailed it.
We're getting good at this.
Cheers until next time.
Cheers. Can't talk during the vlog, but we sure as shit can say the ending. What the hell?
Which we never get right.
You're all good.